Ashwin, my friend, what do we really, really, really enjoy talking about on this show?
So many things.
So many things, right?
Is there something in particular that you're fishing for here?
No. I just want to know where your mind's at. What's your first instinct to that question?
Probably not footy or cricket.
Ah.
I
was going to say probably footy or cricket would be one of the ones that you'd tick them off straight away.
Tick them off straight away.
Where are we going to go next? Obviously, those ones are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Where to next from here?
The Saints? Is it the Saints?
I know we love the Saints. Yeah, that's a good answer. It's a good answer.
It's not the Saints.
I will put you out of your misery because
right.
I know I avoided the question when you said, am I fishing for something in particular?
Yep.
Politics. We love talking about politics.
Always have, always will.
Always have, always will. And not only have we already done a politics episode, go back and listen to episode 40-something. Ashwin-easy. One of our better ones.
Was that 40-something, was it?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was quite a way ago. But, we thought we'd come back with Ashwin-easy 2.0. All will become clear soon, but strap in, folks. It's going to be an average one, a good one. G'day and welcome to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. Ashwin-easy. How are you going, mate? How are you feeling? Still got the cough? We feeling good? How's the health?
Feeling better.
A lot of questions there, sorry.
No, that's all right. It's all right. Feeling better. Still coughing. I don't know how long it's been now. Probably like it's probably more than 2 months now.
Yeah, that's about 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. It's
right
okay.
on cue.
Yeah.
Right on cue. Perfect. Not even this show is not scripted.
It's okay. It's okay. I can still do things. Back playing basketball and stuff. We're playing basketball tomorrow. So as long as I can keep living my life, and it's just a cough. So
that's true. There's plenty going around though at the moment. It's always the case with this time of year. We're on the train this morning, Tash and I, and it was just coughs all around.
Oh, really?
We'd hear one from sort of over here, and then it'd be another one. It just like going around. It was like we're in the middle of a drum circle. And just coughs all around on the train. Like, oh, this is a good way to start the day.
Was it packed? Were you standing up? Was it?
Oh, standing up, yeah.
Yeah,
standing
okay.
up. It was wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
typical sort of metro morning.
Yeah. What do you do in that situation? Do you feel like you should move, or do you sort of just ignore it?
I think what I'm most comfortable doing is making smart-ass comments under my breath or to Tash.
Yeah. That's the most important thing to do in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably how I'd keep playing it, yeah.
Yeah. If you're in that position again,
yeah,
it's exactly what you do.
Wow, yeah. That can't come as a surprise to many people. Big news, though. Big news. You want to share with the listenership?
Yeah. So after fostering little Velcro for 4 weeks, when was that? Not last episode. Was it last episode?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yep.
2 months ago.
The occasional Thursday drop. Yeah.
Cami and I decided to adopt a kitten. So we've adopted the little baby kitten, and she's found her forever home with us. So
lovely,
very exciting.
Lovely. What's her name?
Her name is Yuki. Yuki means snow in Japanese.
It is. That's a fun fact. Another fun fact about that name.
Yeah.
If you, it's also, if you were to say Lukey wrong.
that's just as valid. Just as valid.
I started that sentence. I didn't know where it was going. But no, she looks like a little snow leopard, right?
She does, yeah. Like I don't know
beautiful.
what it is about specifically about the coat, the fur, but yeah, it looks kind of just resembles a snow leopard. So yeah, Yuki, little Yuki, and
Yuki, well, not Lukey, Yuki.
yes. You can call her Lukey if you want.
So I was just trying to put the feelers out to see if it was named after me in any way.
Oh, in any way.
That got shut down rather gracefully. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, the snow thing was just actually made up.
You just got shy. You weren't sure how to tell me.
Yeah. But yeah. So far so good. Got plenty of scratches, but I've been told that's it's all part of the game.
It is.
Yeah, you've definitely had kittens and cats before, so
yeah. So what's the plan with trimming the nails?
Probably need to get a nail clipper.
Good start.
Yeah, haven't got one of those. So should get one.
Fuck, I wonder why you're covered in scratches.
Yeah.
Fuck, it remains a mystery to this day.
Yeah, but that's a big thing that's happened, mate. We caught up over, was it last weekend? It was
the weekend just gone, yeah. Yeah, it was not 4 days ago. Something like that. Yeah.
We went to a suit shop together.
We did for P Doggy Dog's wedding coming up.
Yep.
We went and had made an appointment at a suit shop, which I've never had before.
Neither.
And we were getting measurements taken for suits, which I've never had before.
Okay.
Have you? I'm sure you would have for the amount of weddings you've been to.
Probably. Yeah, I think a couple of times. I remember when we used to go overseas, we'd try to get suits in like Thailand or like overseas because it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember like getting the tape measure out and all that sort of stuff and that sort of thing. But yeah, it was quite impressed by the person that was there. Just like a quick, like 1 or 2 second glance at each of us and be like, yeah, you're this size or whatever.
Yep.
Walks away, comes back, and yeah.
No, it's impressive. It absolutely is impressive. You could tell, people like that have been doing it for quite a while.
How was your first suit session?
First suit session. Yeah, so I put on a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I put on some pants.
Yeah.
And then those pants were too big for me, so I put on some other pants.
Yep.
And then I was told that those pants, we can alter the waist on them to take them in a little more. And then I was told that the jacket would be taken in as well.
Nice.
And then I put my clothes back on.
You put it back on?
Yeah. It was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
It's cool. I did the same thing, except I couldn't get the shirt off because
oh my god,
because of the I don't know what it's called. The sleeve button.
Yeah,
Is it
on the cuff.
Button?
Yeah,
on the cuff. That thing. I never wear them because I always roll up my sleeves.
You do. Yep.
And I wore this, and I walked out of the change room with everything else changed, back in my trackies and runners and everything, but just this shirt dangling from my hand.
I don't think anyone knew you were struggling, and then all of a sudden I noticed that the button was still done up.
Walks out with my hand behind my back, and then
accidentally steals a shirt because he's awkward.
So, running it back for another unspecified time unit.
We said it again.
Yes. Time unit, not period, right? Time
unit.
Yeah, cool.
Not only do we say it every episode, we also question it every episode. Yeah, it's good.
There's been a bit of footy that's happened.
Yep. Yeah. I think we have broken previously on this show that the AFL season is indeed continuing.
It is.
Shock to the system, I know.
Yeah, bit of a shock. North's going all right.
Yeah, honourable losses.
Numerous honourable losses.
Yep.
Which, you do like to remind me that they are still losses.
Full credit to the boys.
Full credit. Yeah. I will say that I prefer a late comeback and losing to having a lead of 50-odd points and then getting run down.
In the sense of, we can we finish strong, we take something into next week, or what?
Not just take something into next week. It's just like, it's more of a, you don't give up halfway through a game and be like, it's done. We're shit. Like, we don't have the skill to compete with this other team. It's just more that, as opposed to like, oh, we're actually going to be better next week or anything. It's more just like, no, like, we can play footy.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like,
that makes sense.
From that point of view. But yeah.
That was
anyway,
genuine AFL discussion.
Yeah.
On this podcast. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sorry if it's pissing anyone off listening.
Get on with it. Talk about politics. I want to hear about politics.
Get on with it. Skip all this footy jargon bullshit. All right. We'll give the people what they want.
We will.
All right,
we will.
We'll give the people what they want.
Yes.
For those of you who aren't aware, congrats for continuing to live under this rock.
Mm-hmm.
The US presidential debate happened recently.
Yep.
And it happened at a pretty good time, actually, when trying to think about content to chat about for this episode, because it wasn't too long ago. And, it's the US election it's a big deal. There's a reason that these debates are showed on news channels all over the world, because, we're helping decide, they're helping decide who is the leader of the free world, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You talk about the big, hard-hitting issues that lead the Western world, all that. You get it. You get it.
Yep.
So it'd be pretty silly to spend any amount of time in any US presidential debate bickering about golf handicaps. That'd be pretty silly.
Yeah.
But that's what happened.
Yep.
That is what happened. It came up pretty natural. No, I don't want to say it came up pretty naturally. It was the question that was asked was a bloody fair enough question.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a question around both candidates' age. So Trump's 78 and Biden's 81.
Yep.
Obviously, they're going to be 4 years older than that by the end of their term. So the question was around, addressing your concerns of your age, your health, your ability to do the job.
Yep.
All that. And Trump being Trump.
I mean, as any job would have, I think.
Oh, well, around those questions, concerns about yeah. No, of course, it's as you said, a fair enough question.
Yeah.
And Trump being Trump insisted on answering it in the Trumpist way possible, mentioning the multiple cognitive tests that he easily passed. And then he went on to use the question to brag about his club championships at his golf club.
Yeah, okay.
Claiming that you have to be, you have to be smart and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and talking about how Biden couldn't even hit the ball 50 yards. And Biden claimed to be, when he was during his vice presidency, he claimed to be a 6 handicap. Trump thought that was bullshit.
Yep.
And then, it went back and forth, as I'm sure you can imagine, between those two. Biden saying, I'll happily play you in a round of golf if you carry your own bag.
Yep.
Trump saying, I don't believe that you're a 6 handicapper because I've seen you swing.
Yep.
Just really, really, really mature.
Schoolyard type shit.
Yeah. So, to be honest, hearing Biden talk, his being able to being mumbling through the sentences as he does, any sort of single digit handicap would be a bloody surprise.
Yep.
But Trump also claims to be a 2.5 handicap, which is just insane. For a 78-year-old, it's ridiculous. For bloody 28-year-old. It's insane.
Just quickly, for someone that knows very little about golf, so I do understand that handicaps are like the better you are at golf, the smaller the number.
Yeah. So I'm not sure I fully understand it, so I'll try my best.
Yeah.
But the lower the handicap, the better player you are. So it's essentially, if I'm thinking about it right, it's the amount of shots over par that you're expected to score based on past performances.
Yep.
And it helps sort of balance out golfers with different levels of ability, so they can sort of play, so they can be more evenly matched up against each other. Say if you were a 26 handicap, right, and you were versing a 6 handicap, you'd have 20 shots on that person, so you'd be able to take 20 shots off your final score. I think that's how it works. There's a whole process, like you have to play a full 18, and I think you have to play the same course 3 times, and then it works out based on your scores. And that I'm not 100%
and something, and then
the takeout is the lower your handicap, the better
you are as a golfer.
Yeah. So whether either of them are being truthful about their handicap or not, that's not what we're here to discuss.
No, we're not. We are here to discuss something far more important. We are, as usual, inspired by this. It's fair to say, Trump and Biden are big rivals.
Yeah, there's many ways you could describe the two of them. Rivals is definitely one.
I mean, last presidential election, this upcoming presidential election, a lot of words said back and forth. Definitely enough, I think, to call it a rivalry. Beef,
for sure.
Yes. So what we're going to do today is go through a few classic all-time rivalries, and inspired by this handicap talk between Biden and Trump, we're going to look at how these rivals would go versing each other on the golf course.
Yep. Absolutely, we are. Did you want me to start?
Yeah, kick us off, mate.
Yep. So as the great man next to me has said, famous rivalries, classic rivalries, all-time rivalries. So we're going to start with Tom and Jerry.
Yes. Yep. That's where everyone would start, I think.
Absolutely. It's a rivalry. We're a sports podcast.
Yep.
Where else are we going to start?
Exactly.
Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
I'm going to start with Tom to start with. Start with Tom to start with. Yep. Beautifully done, Luke. Well done. Tom, you have to say he's certainly persistent with the amount of shit that he cops from Jerry.
Yeah.
That smug little mouse.
Yep.
He gets up time and time again, no matter how many times he fails to capture Jerry or eat Jerry or whatever his goal is.
Yeah, is that his goal? I think it is, right? Yeah, anyway.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But that persistency, that willingness to not let it knock you, that is vital on a golf course.
Yeah.
It's a game played between the ears.
Yeah. You got to be you can't give up, right? You just got to be persistent.
Mental toughness, mental fortitude.
You got to get knocked down.
You got to get up again.
You got to get up again. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah. But by the same token, he is persistent, but I reckon he'd struggle with his temper out on the course.
I agree.
He knows that Jerry's got the better of him plenty of times, and knowing that he's going up against Jerry, every chance it gets into his head.
Yeah.
Every chance it leads to a broken club or two.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
In like Tom and Jerry style animation.
Yeah, in the animation. Like, I mean, like with the club bending and everything, the ball shattering through like Tom's teeth, and then the teeth like crumbling.
Yeah.
Like like his teeth are like piano keys and they all fall out of his mouth and they like tumble out. And
that's absolutely got to have been on an episode, surely.
Yeah.
Surely.
I'm not a writer or anything for Tom and Jerry. I'm pretty sure something like that's happened.
30 years too late. If you
Does that show still happen though?
No, I don't think so. Okay. Surely not. Surely not.
I wasn't sure if it was one of those ones that they just keep making.
You're thinking of The Simpsons.
Right. Yep.
Homie. Tom and Jerry.
That's right.
Say what you want about Jerry. That mouse is resourceful. He is resourceful. I reckon that'd translate to being able to get out of any kind of sticky situation on the course.
Yep.
You know, you're deep in the rough. You're in a massive bunker.
Yeah.
Something tells me he'd find a way to be able to get out.
Yep.
But no matter how resourceful he is,
yep.
It doesn't change the fact that he's a mouse. Not only is he going to struggle with power, he's going to struggle with distance, but he's also going to struggle with finding clubs that fit.
And a ball that fits, I think.
He's probably smaller than the ball.
He's definitely smaller than the ball. And, yeah. Be tough for Jerry, I reckon. I can't see him. I feel like Tom would have to take this one and overpower him. As cranky as Tom would get, as shit as Tom would get, I reckon he'd eventually get it in the hole.
He'd have to have an absolute shocker.
Yeah.
To not win. You just said get in the hole there. I've just had a thought of like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry just moving the hole on the green.
See that's probably happened.
Yeah.
We should be writers for Tom and Jerry.
We should be.
Revamped live action version of Tom and Jerry, which no one wants to see, but we'll make a live action version of it anyway.
What do you mean? We give the people what they want.
That's true. Politics. That's good. That's a good one. I've got another rivalry for you, mate. Classic all-time AFL rivalry for you.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful, like Carlton Collingwood.
Yeah.
Geelong Hawthorn.
Yep. One better. Cam Zurhaar and Jason Horne-Francis. Bitter rivals, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much more than just one tweet, potentially.
There was comments on Instagram as well. I'm sure if social media is anything to go by.
Yeah.
There's beef there.
Zurhaar doesn't have much time for Jason Horne-Francis.
No.
So
get in the ice bath, Horne-Francis. That's my impression of Zurhaar.
I've never heard anyone do a Cam Zurhaar impression before, but there you go. Someone's done it.
There you go. The whole world can continue on. It's been
done. Without putting any effort into actually researching if either of these guys play golf or not, and if they're any good at it, we're just going to make it up and imagine what they'd be like at golf. Would you say it's fair to assume that Zurhaar's got a bit of strength on Jason Horne-Francis?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, maybe like they'd both be strong, but I feel like Zurhaar would have a longer drive.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
He's the bull. He's got that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bull, and he's a bit of a brute.
But that being said, I think, like when I look at both of them play AFL, I feel like Horne-Francis has got a little bit more polish. He's just got that, a bit more finesse.
Finesse is the word.
Finesse.
Yeah.
When it comes to the decision making, finding targets, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
So I feel like the short game, the approach shot, putting on the green, I feel like Horne-Francis would probably have Zurhaar's measure.
Yeah. The power, the brute force from the tee box onto the fairway. Yeah, that's going to get you a long way. But the short game is so vital in saving shots on the course. No, I'm happy to give Finesse the tick there.
Yep.
Having said that,
Yep.
like we said before, Tom and Jerry, the game being played between the ears. I don't reckon Zerhard want to lose to Horn Francis.
That's
I reckon he'd let him know all about it.
Yeah, and another motive.
Yeah,
wouldn't want to lose.
We'll leave that one for the listeners to decide. Clearly,
the all important rivalry to settle.
The biggest.
Yeah.
In the AFL.
Yeah, we only tackle the biggest rivalries,
the biggest issues. As per, I've got another rivalry for you.
Yep.
This is a rivalry, but it's also a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely friendship. Like rivalry and friendship.
Absolutely. Respect.
Have you watched the Federer's final interview when he was retiring and Nadal like literally bawling his eyes out in the background? Like wholesome stuff.
It is. Yeah. No, two absolute champions at the top of their game for a long, long time.
Yep.
And the first time in a while that Roger Federer has been brought up on the show. It's the first time in a couple of years, I think. Last time it was mentioned.
Yep.
We pointed out that 50% of his name is ER. Roger ER Fed ER.
Yeah.
Roger Fed
Yeah.
Do the maths.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Count the amount of letters in
Yeah.
and in Rog Fed.
See, I can't refute it. You're absolutely right. And it is a big enough of a stat for you to say once every 2 years, I think.
I'm happy with that return.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that return.
Yeah.
Anyway, Roger Federer. I have a feeling, back to golf, I have a feeling that, you know, his RF like logo that he's got
his
on
brand.
On his brand, on his tennis attire. I feel like that's all got like a collar, right?
I think it does.
I'm playing like polo shirts, right?
Yeah. Even the zip up hoodie, not hoodies, but the zip up jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have collars on them too. Yeah.
Well, that's perfect for golf. You need a collar.
Yeah.
You need a collar to play on
a
lot of courses.
Very much looking the part.
So we're not even on the course yet. We're not even at the tee box, and he's already ticking the boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only that, he is probably regarded as the greatest, if not one of the greatest, to play on grass courts.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if this is common knowledge or not.
Yep.
But golf is actually played on grass.
It is.
So he should go all right.
Because he's yes.
Grass.
Yeah, because grass.
Grass.
Yes. If you're good at sport on grass, you're good at sport on grass.
I'm glad we agree.
Yep.
I'm glad we agree. Having said that, I will say that his backhand is unreal.
Yep.
But I'm not sure how that would translate
across
into a golf swing, like his one-handed backhand.
You can do a one-handed swing, couldn't you? No, probably not.
It's his right hand he does the one-handed back. Is it his right hand he does the one-handed backhand?
Yeah. So we'd have to swap hands. You'd have
to use his right hand one-handed, but use a left-handed club and do it. Yeah, I've just not. You've kind of proved my point there.
That it probably wouldn't translate across.
Wouldn't translate.
Okay.
But to Nadal,
yep,
he's got a bit of power behind him.
Yeah,
you think about him with a driver. Playing any tennis shot, that groan that he makes, just to give him that extra bit of power.
Yep.
That'll translate to an extra bit of distance. So that's an extra 50 yards down the fairway there just from making that little noise.
That's Yep. That's what that groan does.
Every little helps. And he's one of the best with spin, isn't he, in the game of tennis?
Top spin.
Yeah,
probably, the most, I reckon. I don't know if anyone's done the stats on it, but probably the most, like the best at top spin.
Yep, he is one of the top spins of all time.
The top spins of all time.
Yep, and that'll help out on the golf course. You know, you want to make sure the weight of your chip in. You know, make sure that spins close to the hole. Yeah, you get it. We're talking golf. We get it.
Is there ever top spin on a golf
You
ball?
backspin.
Backspin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about topspin.
Bit of slice. Yeah. Okay.
I'm talking about handicaps. I think I'm too handicapped to know that. Trying to find a negative though, because we're sort of balancing out every side of this rivalry that we're speaking about.
Yep.
Do we have a negative for Nadal? I guess the groan is a bit of a double-edged sword. Like he'd annoy all the spectators with the groan.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Switch on.
So switching on for another unspecified time unit.
Time unit.
Sorry.
Yeah. You think we would get it with the amount that we say it, and then discuss it after we say it?
Yeah. No. I think I've got a bit of doubt for it. That's why I keep I hesitate each time I go to say it. But what we're going to be doing today is...
Switch on can be anything.
Yes, it can be anything. What we're going to be doing is inspired by the presidential debate that is the basis of this episode, the rivalry. What we're going to be doing is a couple of interview style debate questions at each other, one pretending to be a moderator, the other one answering a presidential debate-esque type question, as politicians probably would.
Yes, that is exactly what we're doing. Did you want me to start with the first question, first debate question?
Yeah. I'll kick us off.
Yeah, and then you ask me afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ashwaneezy. In light of recent controversies, how would you ensure consistent umpiring decisions?
It's a wonderful question there. Thanks for bringing that to everyone's attention this evening. It's I have not thought of this in quite some time, but it is imperative that umpires are held to the highest standard across the country. Now, we know that this game is based on what is right, and what is right can only be judged by those right to judge the right. So in that sense and in that light, I believe that I have full faith.
How did you keep such a straight face?
In the AFL. And I support the AFL holding these umpires to the highest standard.
What accent?
I don't know, actually.
I got like World War II, like
yeah,
vibes.
I got a bit of sort of, kind of that sort of Churchill sort of a bit of that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
Very well done, though.
Thanks. Do I ask you the same question?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
So,
you trying to think of a funny name?
I can't. I don't. Are you gonna do Gilhard? I don't know if you're gonna.
I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided yet.
I've been sitting there. I was listening to you, but also trying to think of something to say at the same time.
I haven't got a name. Mr. Critchlow.
Boo. Head.
In light of recent controversies, how would you ensure consistent umpiring decisions?
Nobody umpires like our umpires umpire. We have the best umpires. You ask anybody, we have the best umpires. I promise you we have the best umpires. Nobody umpires like we umpire. Ask anybody. You could look anywhere in the world and we've got umpires that just top them all. Trust me, I know this. I've seen umpires all over the world. Yep. Nobody's better than the AFL umpires. Look at the leagues around the country. The AFL umpires are the best umpires in the country. Across codes, don't worry about it. Yeah.
There were numerous times that I thought you were done in the middle there, but you weren't. You continue.
Stop listening.
It's good. All right. Next question. Do you want me to ask you, and then or do you want-
Yeah, sure.
All
Yep.
right. How do you propose to support the development of grassroots AFL programs to nurture young talent?
These were really good questions. I wish we had some time to think about them. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for the question. That is an excellent question.
You're welcome.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming to this debate. I know how valuable time is. And time is a funny thing because you think about time, you think about the future, and there's nothing more important than the future of our game.
Mm.
And that's why grassroots development is so important to be able to nurture young talent. So I propose to support the development of grassroots AFL programs in order to nurture young talent.
Okay. All right. It's good. It's good.
See how I just sort of reworded the
Yeah,
question. Cool. Mr. Ashwin-Easy.
Yep.
How do you propose to support the development of grassroots AFL programs to nurture young talent?
Well, that's a fine question. I believe now. When I was just a young child, I was looking for plenty of inspiration back in the day. I did want to be an AFL star. Back in the old country town that I grew up in, back in.
I can concede the debate right here.
And I used to always go down to the local footy oval, and Mr. Bruce was always there. Mr. Bruce, Coach, I believe it was Bruce Wayne. Yes, Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, but we called him Wayno. And I looked up to him, and the more I think about it now, we wouldn't have had Wayno if it wasn't for grassroots support, if it wasn't for funding from the AFL. So I believe it's only right that the children of the next generation are blessed with the same support and opportunities that I was given to end up quitting AFL and becoming a politician.
All right. I guess I'll ask the next one as well, right?
Yep.
Mr. Ashwin-Easy.
Yes.
How do you plan to handle the issue of player salaries to ensure both competitiveness and sustainability for the clubs?
Well, it's a very, very good question. Everyone in the room here tonight would be thinking about this question. I think when we think about AFL, we think about fairness. We think about justice. We think about everyone getting something that's equal. No one gets more than someone else. Same as politicians. You know, we're all equal. So, I think when it comes to player salaries, there's got to be a lot of rigor around how these salaries are tracked to make sure every club has a standard, and that standard is to be followed. Because if there's if there's no standard, there's no club. It's a club without standards.
Just saying words. The words make sense. They just don't make sense in that order.
Okay. I'll ask you the same question.
I'm not finished stalling.
No. How do you plan to handle the issue of player salaries to ensure both competitiveness and sustainability for the clubs?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the question. I assume that was aimed at me.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the question. The great thing about our great game, and I've always said this, is that it's by the people and it's for the people. So when players' salaries comes into question, again, by the people, for the people, competitiveness and fairness are what make our great game great. So, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to player salaries, and with this great game being by the people and for the people, I think that the way to do that is to raise the price of meat pies even more at the game.
This is a proposition. Okay.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
These people are what make our great game great.
Yep. Okay.
And if they want to invest in seeing this great game become even greater, they will do so by moving Australia forward.
Yeah. had to throw it in there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's taken us a few goes tonight, but I think if you're hearing this, it means that we've managed to work through the shambles and get an episode out. Technology being technology.
Yep.
As per usual.
Yeah.
You feeling all right?
It's definitely it's a weird feeling. I don't think we've ever said it, but it's such a strange feeling to re-record bits when technology goes to shit, because a lot of what we do, like we've got notes and stuff here, but a lot of what we do is organic. We just talk.
Yep.
And it feels so strange to talk again about something that was organic.
Yeah.
And
don't enjoy that part of it.
It's suddenly like no longer organic. It's like, we had this conversation 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But it's part and parcel of what we do, mate.
It is. It's been a grind tonight, but I think it was a half decent episode we put out. We're finding some form. Yeah. And hopefully it continues for a bit. Mm-hmm. We'll leave that there. Yeah. India won the T20 World Cup. Ah. Yeah.
We didn't mention any cricket, did we?
No.
That's right.
We just did.
We did. Yeah.
And I think Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja all retired from T20 international cricket.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Nice way to go.
Did you see the score?
No, I didn't.
South Africa needed like 24 runs off 28 balls and then lost a heap of wickets. I think they were either 4 or they were 6 down. I can't remember. Either way, they should have won it.
I knew they got past the semis, and I was happy for them.
Yeah,
we've spoken about South Africa. We've had a whole episode based on South Africa choking, and we you forget about all the stuff that we've done from time to time, don't you?
Yeah, looking back on the journey, 122 episodes now. It's a long time. It's a long, long time. And it's a long time to be in this room tonight, so let's wrap it up.
Let's get out of here.
Out of here.
Keep kicking goals.